Another video, and here is Lewis, and we are back with some more Fortnite. And today we're going to be talking about our society, our community, and everything else that goes along with it. So first, before we even get into a conversation about our community, I thought I'd practice something. Now, I'm going to be reading off script. This script it's nothing to do with Fortnite or society or anything, but I thought I'd add it in just as a little Easter egg. Here we go. It's easy to ace your driving test. Restart. Three, two, one. It's easy to ace your driver's written test. Nothing to it. All you have to do is memorize all of this crap about speed laws and signs and how to make a left turn and stuff like that. A left turn? Is this a big deal, right? Duh. To make a left turn, you turn left. Everything you need to know about driving is in this cheap little booklet with stupid cartoons like my idiot brother could draw. The book is nothing. It's actually driver's exams that get me uptight. Of course, I have to get this examiner who has no sense of humor whatsoever, and he's big, like 10 feet 11, was like riding next to the World Trade Center, and he's super grouchy. He's like, turn left. Like, I don't know how to turn left. Turn right. Of course I know how to turn right. Look over your shoulder. Yes, of course I'm gonna do that, or I'm gonna crash. Whoops. Move over to the center. Stop, please. It's not a word in this man's vocabulary. Hey, you're nervous enough already without some sweet gorilla in dirty jeans barking at you like you're some low metal. And he had bad breath. Oh, pure man, you need some mints. And it was cold, so I couldn't put down the window. Was like riding around in some kind of junk truck. Try not inhaling for 15 minutes. Yep, not inhaling. When he asked me to park, I freaked. Park? My friends never had to park, so I just figured I was cool. But this mountain of halitosis asked me to park. Hey, I don't know how I ever did it. Just luck, I guess. Whipped right into the space on the first try. Good thing he didn't see that my eyes were closed. After we got back, we pulled into the parking lot where the nerd sits, going over his checklist. Tick, tick, tick. Like I didn't have enough problems to think about it. Makes these little marks and circles. Huh? Oh? What? Under his breath, I was certain I flunked. I had this vision of walking everywhere for the rest of my life shudders at the throat. Oh. After what seemed like forever, he goes, "You passed, wow." Wasn't such a goon after all. So now I've got my license and I'm gonna be on wheels in our new SUV. Everything's cool except for one thing. I have to pay for my own insurance. My own insurance, which is out of sight because teens have this habit of crashing into stuff, right? CDS. So I took a job at Burger King in order to pay the stupid insurance premium. Know what? I found out that there's something a whole lot worse than taking your driving test. It's called working. Ladies and gentlemen, that went on for 6 minutes. Pretty decent. I'm still gonna keep on trying, but that was just, I thought I'd add that into the video. So now we're gonna go on into facts about our society. Now, as you already know, as being a citizen of a society, which is the whole global scale of the world, is there's split decisions. There's man-hating, which I explained in the last video. If you haven't seen that, I will leave it down in the description below, or you can scroll down through my channel and find it. It was only the video before this, so you shouldn't have to look far. Another thing in our society, we have racism. As a culture, our world has tried to develop a better understanding and go further on from the lacking of education in race, colour or sex. Now, sex goes into another opposition. By opposition I mean subject. Now, subject is that people don't accept people for random reasons which make no sense to our society, seeing as we were all born as a person, no matter what sex, no matter what colour, we were all born as an individual. Now, if someone was to tell you that you couldn't be friends with someone because of their race, colour or their past, what would you decide? First thing I think I would analyse is the fact that why aren't I allowed to hang around with this specific person, let's say. Now, if they give me a silly reason like, oh, but they're gonna thieve your money, or they'll steal your shoes, or some bullshit like that, then why the hell do I have to live in a culture that disagrees with my own statement? Yeah? Now, society will never change. Society is a big overall thing that impacts us all in different ways. Sometimes it can impact others worse than you think. The world tries to make it seem like it's a nice place. It tries to portray the image of paradise, relaxation and other things. But the advertisement will never stop the real truth that society is basically destroyed. It's not as togetherness as they try to portray it. Now, I'm half cuss. I may not seem like I should have a right to say anything, but I do. I choose to because I've been through experiences with such things. Now, another topic I will go into is stereotyping. I hate it. Not everybody hates it, but I do. Because when people come out with things like, oh, he's a black guy, he eats chicken. Bam. No. No, 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 no. I will not accept that. Who says white guys don't like chicken? Exactly. Who says half caste guys don't like chicken? Who says Mexicans don't like chicken? That coming out with, oh, he's Mexican, he obviously always eats tacos. Bullshit. Bullshit. Now, you can say, and I may get an argument back off of people for this, but if you ask someone if they like chicken, yeah, there's two ways they can take that. They can take it as you're trying to be racist, or they can take it as you generally just don't know what they like as in food wise. Now, the difference is with stereotyping. If you say something once, shame on you. You say something twice, as Judge Rinder likes to say, you're stupid. You are stupid. So basically, the point is, don't ever do what someone has done before, where they've brought in things to do with someone's culture, basically stereotyping and saying, oh, well, you obviously like that because you're that culture. No, 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 no. That's the first mistake. Second mistake is you do it constantly. And this is where it can play from stereotype to harassment. If you go from basically trying to annoy them by it, that counts as harassment, because one, you're not leaving them alone, and two, if you were in the eye of law when you're older, one, they can justify action against you for racism, and two, they can justify action against you for basically harassing them by constantly going on about it and on about it and on about it. No one will see your side of the case if you do that. Now, talking about society, I think I'd like to go into the subject of the police. I know police do not do a strike against me because I'm a YouTuber and stuff. No, 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 no. You need to hear me out. I'm not trying to say anything bad about the police. I am clearly stating facts that are true. I know it does not always happen nowadays. It can happen sometimes. Sometimes a police officer, and this is just pure knowledge of laws. So this is how you can stay within the laws without breaking them. If a police officer pulls you up, let's say you're black, because it does sometimes, or most of the time, seem to be the other race. Now, if they pull you up for no exact reason at all, they just ask you, first things first, comply with their questions. Answer their questions in whatever way you can, whatever way, whatever form, no matter which way you do it. Make sure you answer their questions in some type of way. Second thing, if they tell you you have to stay there and it's not an arrest, you can walk away. there is nothing in the eye of the law saying that you compulsory have to stay standing there, and then if they handcuff you, that counts as abuse in the sense of they don't have the right to touch you. Now I'm gonna get off the subject of the police, because knowing the police, they will have a go at me for this, or they'll say, well, this YouTuber should not be talking about this because it's not relevant to video. But it's a part of society, so it is. Mr. Police Officer, please don't arrest me, but it is relevant. Now I want to go into the subject of bullying, cyberbullying and physical bullying. Now, as a YouTuber has said, and I believe this YouTuber on this, he's kind of right, kind of in the middle with it, but cyberbullying I do not really class as bullying, and the only reason why, not because it hasn't happened to me, it has happened to me. I've ignored it though. I've moved on and acted, because it's just a message trying to like hurt you, or basically physically, emotionally, no, not physically, emotionally damage you. Now, all things to do with emotional, I don't really say it's a type of bullying. Verbal is basically tied into cyberbullying. A lot of it's verbal, none of it's really physical. Physical comes into things where they have contact with you by actually, when I mean contact, I don't mean talking, I mean physically touching you or pushing you or shoving you. That's physical bullying. Now, bullying is something that still should not be, and I believe should not be, a part of our society. I can't change that, but you and everyone around you that watches this video can. You can stop it. One, if it's cyberbullying, it's stoppable by 1, blocking the user, or 2, reporting them. When it comes to things like Epic Games and stuff, I love their games for the fact that if you get bullied on here to do with someone in your party group, you can report it. It's not, you can't report it. So on that end, yes, it's very preventable when it comes to the gaming community, because the gaming community have such things. When it comes to things like in real life, where verbal means things like they meet up with you or basically call you names in school. 1, tell someone. If that doesn't work, because I know it doesn't, teachers don't always help. And that's how we die. But yes, as I said, it can be prevented when it comes to things like physical. Can't always be prevented though. I say that with all honest heart, physical cannot always be prevented. Physical is more the fact that either one, tell the teacher it doesn't work. Two, tell your parents. Most probably either does work or gets you in more pain. By that I mean they might physically get you and the bully to fight outside of the school gates and punch each other, which I say is good, but I'm not gonna provoke. I'm not gonna promote someone hitting someone. As I say, if they slap you on the cheek, you slap them right back. Not violent, just the truth. Because you don't let someone push you around like a punch bag. Now, we're closing to the end of this video, and I hope you guys have learned something from this. I like making content like this, so I will try to do it as frequent as I can. So thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.